Hi, Gaurav. Anyways, I'm gonna be taking you through the process of what I think that's needed to actually change on my website. Well, anyways, first of all, I want to thank you because you actually did a really good job on making the website. I really do congratulate you on that. It's really good. It's smooth. Everything pops up. It's really nice. But there are a couple of changes that I do require from you, which I really do hope you can have them done. So first of all, let's start with this. So to be quite honest with you, it's pretty nice. I see how you started it, how you did it. It is very similar to the Louis Vuitton, but this is not something that I want. I don't actually like how it's like animated and it zooms in. And another thing I did notice was that this button right here, I don't feel like it's correctly centered, but again, it just might be my perception. I feel like it might need to go a bit more to the left. Again, this is animated, which is good, but I do prefer if you can make this animation maybe slightly more smooth. So when I speak more smooth, I mean really, really strictly just like really similar to the Louis Vuitton. So if you go here, if we do refresh it, you will notice, you see how it came up. And another thing I do also would really like to have is, as soon as you refresh, look at the arrow right here. Do you see how that animation, that simple animation, it's really nice. I think it just adds that extra touch that's really needed. So you notice here, you don't actually zoom in. Did you notice how here it's right in the middle? So like you can notice how the arrow points, it's perfect in the middle. Again, animation here, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Smooth and crispy animation. Another thing that I noticed that you didn't add was this. So I'm actually looking for this tab. It doesn't have to be actually 4, it could be 3, but generally speaking, so let's say I click on that, it goes down again. If I go down again, it goes down, and it goes down again once forward. So what you can do in this case, and as well, you see that. So what you can do in this case, if you are able to do it, so let's say here I refresh again, look at the animation. No, let's read this again. You see how it's way too quick? If you can maybe make it a bit slower, and if you can fix the arrow down here, if you can maybe fix it completely, you notice how the arrow is not completely centered. If you can also do that and possibly make the arrow animated, that's really like a bonus. Like if you can copy exactly that, then that'd be perfect. Gaurav, honestly, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Another thing I noticed was that you didn't have the tabs here. So example, these tabs that I'm talking about. So if let's say I go down again, this should have a tab, exactly like here. So there's one, a passion for watchmaking. Again, I noticed this was not animated, but I'll go through this again later. Again, this one, the second one, and then here's the third one. So if you could at least maybe add maybe possibly 3 tabs, that's I say this is maybe the last step, but this is maybe an extra touch. My number one concern would have to be this, and it would have to be the mobile, which I'm gonna go through later. Again, let's compare it to this. So if you notice this, as soon as you go down, let me refresh that just a second. So again, as soon as you go down, everything comes up really clear, really crisp, really quick. The animation is really good, and it's really what I'm looking for. And I do really like what you did. What you did was really good. I do actually do. I noticed some key touches that you added, which were included, which I like actually more. So example, this is really nice. Animation is pretty slow, really good. It's crisp. I really like that. But this one is not animated, so if you can make that animated, that'd be really a good help. That would really add like more social reach in that case. So do try to make this animated. When you do go down, it's perfect. You literally centered it. This is great, and I really like this extra touch that you made. So after this one, again, great, really good. And this was wow. This one, Gaurav, this one just by itself, I have to tip you for that. This is a really good job, and I really do like you for that. Thank you again. You did a really good job. I really do mean it. And when I first saw it, I was like stunned. You really did do a really good job. But there's a couple of things that I don't really like, which I like to have it fixed. So far, what I need to have fixed was this one needs to be animated on the desktop view. Second, this needs to be removed. It needs to be a solid picture. Again, the arrow needs to be a must. I prefer to have the arrow, and this you can maybe, if you can make it maybe a bit more smoother, that'd be preferably. And if you could maybe possibly add maybe a tab here, you know, it's animated, you know, that's just extra, but I do prefer if you can do that, but no rush. So if you do look at the difference, you see, so that's exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm really trying to go for the same touch. So maybe if you can try maybe make the picture a bit bigger as well, that wouldn't be a bad thing as well. Making this, you know, this arrow very important to have. So okay, so I pretty much went through the desktop, pretty much just this, and then you have to make this last one, this one animated, and that's all. That everything else is wow, it's just perfect, and I really do like it. Another thing I forgot to mention for the desktop, you have to have this fixed. This was never here. I'm assuming you can do it easily. You just have to shift this whole menu, I believe, to the left a bit more, and then it should be fine. But other than that, it's really perfect. You really nailed it down. Now my next thing, this is probably more important than the desktop view actually, which is mobile. Since most of my conversions nowadays are actually strictly mobile view, so my mobile view has to be number one, has to be the best in this case. So I really, if you do have troubles, like, you know, working with desktop and mobile, I do prefer that you work on mobile first. So if you can really do that, that'd be really like appreciated. So when we do go on mobile view for Louis Vuitton, again, do notice the animation for this. Do notice the animation for this. It's still appearing on the mobile view. So here's the example. Did you notice the error here? And did you notice here how it was animated and it's perfect? Okay, and then let's compare it to my website. Here you go. Again, not bad, but not exactly what I'm looking for. So what I'm actually considering is that if you could have this from here to here, copied exactly here. This is way too small. So I'm thinking maybe possibly from here to here. Okay, and then so strictly what I'm looking for. So if you want to look at it this way, imagine this, imagine help children, all of that was technically this whole part. So in essence, this would be here, this whole part here would be here, and then this from here would probably be from here to here. Possibly it would be slightly smaller than this, but you know, it would still be satisfactory. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So if you can do that, that'd be really appreciated. Of course, no animation. Try to actually keep the animation as smooth. Like, I don't know if you do notice, let's redo this. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Louis Vuittons. The Louis Vuittons is a really crisp animation, but if we did it for my website, let's try this again. If we did it from my website, did you notice how it was way too fast? This was way too fast. Yeah, that needs to be changed. Also, again, regarding the arrow is not properly aligned. Here as well, it's not properly aligned. And it needs to be animated. It needs to be animated same as the Louis Vuittons. The Louis Vuittons, this one just strictly, which wow, you know, that one's a must in my case. So if you can try to do that, that'd be preferably like a plus on my agenda. So do try and do that. But again, back to my mobile view. So regarding this, it's pretty much just that, but you did a really good job. I really do like this. If you can have this animated, this would be a plus again, but anything after that is just perfect. You really did a really good job, Gaurav. I'm actually my second. You did a really good job, Gaurav. I saw this and I was wow, this is just wow. Gaurav, I really do like this. You really did blow my mind with this, so I do appreciate that. But you know, again, so what's needed on a mobile view strictly would be, first would have to have this animated, this whole part on the desktop and on the mobile, and you would have to redo this completely. So if you can try your best to actually copy the Louis Vuittons one, then that'd be perfect. You know, you're really nailing the job right here. So do try to copy the Louis Vuittons, so you know, maybe have it the full page almost, and of course the arrow right here. But after that, regardless, you did a really good job, and I really do admire your work, man. Thank you so much, Gaurav. I'm gonna try and keep this as short as I can. You know, this is pretty much it. Maybe a small recap. So again, mobile view, change this, remove this. You would have to try and make it completely like the Louis Vuittons. You know, completely from there to there. Literally copy paste this whole part right here, and then, you know, just try and keep the format the same. So you see how it helped children. Probably have the beginnings, the passion, so the picture wouldn't be showing. You know, they would have to scroll down. To have the picture show. So do that, and we're set pretty much after that. And again, forgot, do this animated. After that, all you have to do is pretty much, again, for the desktop view, just have maybe a tab here. As soon as they click on it, it would switch, it would go directly to the, you know, whichever casing it's with. And again, have this fixed. This is a really nice, but can you make this faster? I did notice it's really sluggish, it's really slow. You see how slow? Like if you do go on the website here, let's just turn this off. Look how fast this one is. This one just quick. It's straight to the point, just quick. It's not sluggish. You know, I don't know if you can work something like this, because if you do notice, it's really nice. I really admire it. But again, if you can make it like faster but smooth at the same time, you see, this just a bit faster in this case. But again, you did a really good job, Gaurav, but you should know pretty much what I'm looking for. If you do have any questions, please let me know, Gaurav. You know, I wouldn't mind. I'll try and have it more animated. But this is literally it. That's pretty much all I'm looking for. After that, thank you so much, Gaurav. Okay? Thank you.